Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the El Banner on a beer review. It's not even a beer review, right? It's our usual Saturday night thing. I don't know who's going to be here tonight. I know James isn't going to be. I'm pretty sure Brian is not going to be. So it may just be me for just a little bit, and then I'm going to disappear. Um, title says title says it all, man. It was snowing. Like what the fuck at this point, right? It's fucking May 16th, and it's May long weekend. My wife wanted me to get the garden going. Nothing's going outside. I came home last night to snow, so not happening. Um, Other than that, I mean, there's not much to say. I've had a few interesting things this week. I've had a few not interesting things this week. So it all depends on how you look at things. Um, had some interesting conversations, and I mean, we don't we don't go into certain topics very often on here, but we're going to go into at least a slight little overview of something that happened. Sorry, that's a Facebook from one of the people that usually joins us. I'm guessing I'm not joining tonight. Oh, somebody will be joining. Um, things on the job front, visits that I've had. Yesterday, I had two visitors at the door yesterday. Two. Um, Still have no idea what the cops were looking for that day that they were here. Actually, I'm going to, as we're talking, check out the site that usually has all the news and see if anything's on there. We did have a windstorm where there was a porta potty blowing down the street, and the cops had to help get it off the street. So it was a week ago. Let's see. Let's see. 3 days ago. No, no, no. Yeah, we're just again quickly checking to see if we can find out what the cops were looking for that day. No, only thing, only thing on this site is about the car that went into the library. Ooh, I think I figured it out. Okay, I think I figured it out, but we won't talk about that live. We'll have to talk about that after because yeah, yeah. Beers are going to be had like always. Like always, anyone that wishes to join is more than free to join. Any questions you have, more than free to ask. Again, intriguing, intriguing things going on in the life of the Rhino currently. The Rhino is fucking tired. He's very, 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 very tired, and that really comes down to the fact that, well, the shift I'm working right now, it kills me, and I have no end in sight because the person I'm replacing right now, um, to do my job plus their job, they haven't even interviewed somebody for that position yet. And once they interview, it's at least 8 weeks before they're on the shift. So it's a long ways away, and this is starting to really affect my mental capacity. And I'm noticing that my microphone is not plugged in, so I'm hoping that the microphone is working. There we go. Let's see if that's any better, because I don't know what the hell was just happening. So let's go turn my microphone to my usual microphone. There we go. We should be on this guy over here. I don't know what we were on. I don't know if this was working at all when I first turned this on. At all. I don't know. Now, I could have just been talking to myself for the last little bit. I'm just going to double check that I wasn't, because I wasn't paying attention, because why would I? Everything should have been going a-okay. Right? A-okay. That's what really should have been happening. So we will quickly just double check that I didn't just have nothing going on for no reason, right? Because that would suck. We just gotta wait for this to go away, and then we should be good to go. But yeah, so things to talk about tonight. There's also some beer news. We haven't had beer news in quite some time. Okay, it was working. That's all that matters. It didn't sound great, but it was working. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know how many of you know. First and foremost, my ticker tape will always stay now, because my ticker tape is, something that's no longer going to really be available. Oh, I did it backwards. Here we go. Well, we don't know what's going to happen with it, right? So, Innocent Gun, no longer around, as some of you know. Well, no longer around in the same genre. They've been sold off. Whether or not they stay open, who knows? Oh, sadly, there's no chaps. It's just myself. The link is there if you want to join and chat, but you can also chat in this. We're waiting. Brian will be here. I got home before Brian, so I came on before Brian. But nothing big, nothing new, nothing exciting. Well, actually, there is some big, new, and exciting. We're just trying to wait till a few more people are here to talk about it. One thing, though, we can talk about: the beer that made Milwaukee famous has closed. It's no longer a thing. Schlitz is gone. Oh, how fucking long were you down here, big man? Sorry, the St. Bernard just left my room. I didn't even know the St. Bernard was in my room. What do we got going on here? Well, I wouldn't say it's still going strong. I post a lot, but my viewership numbers are much less now. Whether or not that's because nobody cares anymore, or most of the people that would watch in the past are no longer watching, or that I'm now in Saskatchewan and Saskatchewan beers aren't really available outside of Saskatchewan. Now, I mean, I do get my hands on beers from Ontario and the US and Europe and stuff at times, but oh, what's going on? Hey, Bella. Sorry, two of the dogs have come to say hello. Right, Otis? Oh, yeah. Can you get your damn... Get a St. Bernard, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Right, Otis? Hey. What you doing? Can you sit? Get your damn tail out of my face? Thank you. Thank you. Where's the pit bull? Where's she? Hey, where's Bella? The old one's still upstairs. So the beer can will go back. we'll get some beer in that glass in a second or two here, right, Otis? That's a good boy. Yeah, that's my good boy. Hey, over here. That's my good boy. Mwah. Anyhow, anywho, all that fun stuff. I see there's a comment. Sorry, blind. Remember, no one's here to read for me. Yeah, no. One of them is my beer cam. I keep my beer cam on nowadays. I am still here. You are correct. And like usual, I am open to talking to mostly anybody. There is some topics we stay away from, like most people would know. But like I said, I'm going to touch on one of those topics we don't talk about, and I'm not going to talk about it in any way other than to say something that happened at my door yesterday. And I'm going to probably wait till Brian gets here. He should be here in the next 15, 20 minutes. But so yeah, Schlitz, after 175 years, Schlitz is going to be no more. Innocent Gun is no longer owned by Dougal Sharp and his brother, whose parents, what Newcastle was it that they owned, I believe. But so there's so many breweries that are disbanding or closing or being conglomerated. It's weird, right? Breweries that I loved. I didn't think Innocent Gun was ever going to go away. I mean, it was huge in Canada. It was huge in the US. It was huge in Sweden. I mean, it wasn't huge in Scotland where they're where they're headquartered, but they were big enough in Scotland to be around. I'm somewhat perplexed that they closed, to be honest. Wish I could have us out at the fire. That was my plan, was to have the computer out at the fire and have a fire review, and the beer cam could be just showing the fire. But who the fuck is? Oh, it's my work. I'm going to ignore that. Yeah. I was going to have the camera facing the fire, but it snowed yesterday. Yeah, May 15th it snowed. And then today it's about to pour. Like the storm clouds are in. So I went out. I thought about it anyway, but the wind is harsh. So we decided not to. I need to get Mr. Biggs here a new collar. His collar is shredded. It's because the pit bull tries to hang off his throat. She grabs this and tries to make him fight with her, and he refuses because he's such a lover. Yes, he is. But I don't even know where Bella went. She was down here. I heard her whip tail a second or two ago, but hey. My name is Chad. Chad would be my actual name. What got me into beer? I worked at Fallsview Casino, and at Fallsview Casino, they were opening up their Ultra Lounge, and they wanted their Ultra Lounge to be manned by different experts in different fields, right? They wanted a sommelier, they wanted a cicerone, they wanted a whiskey expert, they wanted a cognac expert. They wanted the Ultra Lounge to have somebody that could food pair and talk about everything. Oh no, the old one's here. Oh, that means, oh yeah, all three of them are down here. Okay. So I was the one that was picked to do beer. Now everybody that was going to work there went to Molson Beer School. And I mean, you think Molson knows, Molson's nothing. It's a big brand. And you're right, Molson is a big brand, but their beer school was pretty good. They taught you a lot of things that craft brewers would be taught. And hello, Colleen. Colleen, my baby. Hi. Hi. That's my beautiful old girl, eh? There we go. We've seen two of the three. We've seen the Pyrenees and the St. Bernard. Right, baby? That's my good girl. That's my good girl. Anyway, so we went to Molson Beer School. We went to the beer market. We went to a few different breweries to learn about brewing, and that's what really started me up in it. Now, the first beer that started me up in beer was Innocent Gun. First beer I had that I really, really, really enjoyed. Before that, it was like Canadian Bud, Coors, that type of stuff. Your normal beers, and I wasn't big on any of them. The only one I really liked was Old Vienna and Molson Old Vienna, which was originally O'Keefe Old Vienna. And I mean, if you buy Molson OV, you would still have the O'Keefe Night on it. I loved OV as a kid, and I say as a kid because my first OV I was 8 years old. It may have even still been owned by O'Keefe when I had my first one. And I drank it. I would be drinking it now still if I could get it, but they don't have it in Saskatchewan. Holy shit, people! What do you want? I'm not at work. I have 15 messages from my job. It's not the security company, so I don't really care. I'm not in until Monday. I'm not dealing with that. Sorry. Fuck off. Yeah. Be a boss, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Work in a company that empowers their team members to make decisions. They don't make decisions. Okay, Colleen, move. I gotta get my beer. My beer's back there. Excuse me. Move your big ol' ass. Thank you. Just looking at me like, how dare you tell me to move? So, District West Coast Wheat Lager. West Coast Wheat Lager. This was the $29 2-4 last month. Yeah. I'm trying to ignore it, man. I'm trying to ignore it. It's there. Apparently, a lot of stuff happened today. The power went out at one point for them. But they're like, but the tills are still up. I go, then the power isn't actually out. Something has tripped the breaker or somebody's hit a switch. No, the power's out. Call Sask Power then. Sask Power says it's not them, it's us. Like, call an electrician. I'm not an electrician. Like, and then somebody drove into the building, and then this, and then that, and then this, and then that. And I'm trying to enjoy because you're putting me on forced overtime. I've been on forced overtime for 3 weeks now. I just want to have my beer. That's it. I just want to have my beer. That's all. I just want to have my beer. Maybe smoke a few joints, pass out, sleep for once because this midnight shift is killing me. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. All I'm asking for. But yes, so I got into beer through work. Doing schooling made me more interested in it. Finding a beer that didn't taste just like beer made me more interested. Finding out what could happen and what could go into things and what things you could do and not do. It all really intrigued me, and it intrigued me so much. It all intrigued me so much that I really got into the learning to the point that I ended up becoming somebody that learned more than I probably should have. Became known to a lot of authors, became known to a lot of brewers, became somebody that worked with Niagara College Teaching Brewery, ran my own festival, all that stuff, right? Made recipes for breweries, consulted at brewery, and then I went to the North. Everything went away. So much so that coming out of the North, I applied for a job to run a tap room at a brewery here in Regina. and I couldn't even get that because nobody knew who I was anymore, and nobody in Saskatchewan knew who I was anyway. But like, I went into that interview with a set of references that there's no way somebody trying to get a job in the beer industry with the set of references I had should have had a problem getting into the beer industry for. One, that brewery's own brewmaster was somebody I taught how to make beer. Uh, Canada's #1 and #2 beer author, and 2 brewery owners, right? I put them all in there, and he called all of them, and they're all like, "No, you'd be fucking stupid not to hire this guy. He's the guy you need." And then they went and hired like an employee's sister, and but they used what I said to them in the interview. That's now done at the brewery. So, hey, it is what it is, right? What would be my desert island beer? You know what? If you're truly looking for a desert island beer, you're going to want something like, well, you're going to want something very low ABV with some nutrients in it. So I would think something like Stiegl Radler. You know, a little bit of nutrients in it, a little bit of low ABV at like 2.2% alcohol, and a little bit of nutrients in it, or something like, and I don't think they make it anymore because Canada, like Ontario and everybody else made a big hoopla about it, but like something like the revitalization beer that Sleeman made there, the coconut water beer, because it's going to have electrolytes and stuff in it. And I mean, electrolytes, the things plants crave. But no, like that's going to help you on a deserted island. Uh, because if it's a deserted island, you're probably somewhere hot, so replenishment of electrolytes. Also, if it's low enough ABV, then it's not really dehydrating you per se. So I mean, that's where I would look for something like a deserted island type of beer. I would look for something very low in ABV. Heck, maybe even going all the way down to a non-alcoholic beer like uh, President's Choice Blonde Brew or President's Choice Red Brew. Red Brew really tastes very, 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 very similar to Rickard's Red, but it's 0.5% alcohol. So, I mean, it's going to give you some nutrients more so than anything else. Why? Why? I sort of wish. I sort of wish that I was still in Ontario, where you get to decompress from work. You don't have to answer anything, albeit I'm not really answering anything. I'm just looking at it and going, why, why, why? Drunken One. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Drunken One used to. Sorry, I see a comment from somebody about, hey, it's Drunken One. Yeah, he used to show up in here all the time. I don't even know how he's doing now. We used to talk a lot too, online, offline. We used to talk a lot about a lot of different things. But I have not talked to that man in a little bit now, to be honest. So I don't even know if he's doing well, if he's not doing well. I hope the man is doing well, but I don't know. Um, fuck. Can you guys leave me alone? There's like 3 other people you could be texting. Okay. I shouldn't hear any more beeping now. We should be okay. Not going to say we are, but we should be. Things that have gone on other than the Schlitz thing that we were going to talk about. So I had a few, and the reason I've been trying to hold out is because I'm sure this will get talked about when Brian gets here and such. But I've had a few visitors to the doors recently. One of those visitors was my neighbor. I've never met my neighbor before. Well, the owner of the house next door. I've met a few of the people that rent the house next door, but I've never met the owner. And the owner knocked on the door to tell me somebody's been throwing dog shit over the fence. So my son is in charge of cleaning the dog crap. And instead of cleaning the dog crap, he's been picking it up and throwing it over the fence into the neighbor's yard. And I'm like, really? Well, it's only one person in charge of that. So let me get him over there to clean that up for you. I'm really sorry. And he goes, oh no, I understand kids and this and that. I go, he's almost 16, man. He's not a kid. He's an idiot. Not a kid per se. Right? Like, it's not like my 8-year-old is doing it. My 8-year-old is actually, if she goes out, she'll clean it up. I clean it up more than he does. So I mean, is what it is, right? He went over, went to take care of it, mostly because he had to, but he tried to deny it, right? He's like, I haven't done that in 2 years. I go, really? There's a pile as big as my head over there, and that would be from the St. Bernard. And 2 years, it would be gone. And it would have, dried up into white powder and just flaked away. No, it's been 2 years since I've done that. Nope. Right? Like, so that was one knock at the door. The other knock at the door happened last week when we were coming live, and it was those 8 police officers that were here. And wow, who would have thunk 8 police officers could be around your door? And now I've figured out what it was. When I go offline, if anyone's in the chat with me offline, we'll talk about that there. But online, it's not really a thing to talk about. But I think I figured out what we're looking at in that. I lied. I'm going to keep hearing beeps apparently. So like I said, I'm hoping I've got it figured out. I sent pictures. I have receipts of the one person that was at my doorstep. I don't know what he was thinking, but I mean, I guess this is a place where you can easily get what he was trying to do. But hey, oh, we got a bunch of comments. Oh, Middlefra, what's going on, sir? True. I am lonesome, sir. I'm very lonesome. That's why I share the join link, but nobody ever wants to even come and chat. I mean, you don't have to type then. You can just talk. But nobody wants to. No, we're waiting for Brian, and then we'll talk about the door visitations. At least the one door visitation, because I mean, we've made fun of this person before. So the fact that he was at the door is actually funny, because we made fun of him last Saturday and then he was at the door Friday. And I didn't expect him to stay for 15 minutes at the door, especially when I wasn't I was polite and cordial, but I wasn't fully on his side. Now there was some things we agreed upon and some things we disagreed upon, and it was an intriguing conversation to be had that was had with this gentleman. Um, and then this gentleman asked me about a few different things in the terms of support and such, and it was intriguing because he did get my signature on two things he was trying to do, and we did talk about some other stuff, and he got nothing out of me. Right? I'm like, yeah, no. He goes, why? And I explained my thought process on what we were talking about. He goes, you know what? I can greatly appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your insight. And I'm like, wow, this is an intriguing conversation. This is not at all how I thought this conversation would go. Um, yeah, I don't know. We usually use StreamYard, and then one night we were using StreamYard, and StreamYard would not connect for us at all. It was messed. It would not work. And we found this, and the reason we've kept using this is it does not have some of the limitations that StreamYard has. I like StreamYard better in some aspects. I like this better in other aspects. I have gone back and forth between the two a few times. I've been using Restream again, basically because StreamYard died on me that one time, and I've just oh shit, son. Look, you got to see my burnt pine walls. Yes, my counter is a fucking disaster. I got to clean it. What it comes down to is this kitchen, because this one bedroom apartment has become our master bedroom, and this kitchen became my little office area. And because it's my office area, it's become a dumping ground for my kids, my wife, everybody that brings something down dumps it in this kitchen until I clean it. And yeah, it's I got to get to it because it's getting bad. Yeah, the dumping is ferocious. But yeah, so we have used Restream and we've used StreamYard. What I find with Restream is if you do not set your microphone and everything up before you get in, like if you don't set it up on that page where you're picking your name and all that, once you get in, nothing's going to work. It's a weird thing. And sometimes I can see and help somebody, like I can say, "Hey, your microphone's muted," or this or that, and sometimes I can't. But this gives me more control than StreamYard, and it does seem to have a few quirks like that. Like I know the first time Brian joined, he couldn't get everything working. The first time Sage joined, he couldn't get everything working. But once they figured it out, it was good. But figuring it out could be detrimental at times. What's this? I have never tried Kick. Like I said, for years it was StreamYard, and then StreamYard crashed on me that one time. And then we used Restream, and then we went back to StreamYard. And the reason we ended up liking Restream as well is I can stream to Facebook. I can stream to multiple places at one time. Um, it doesn't mean I always do it, but I have that ability to stream to Instagram, Twitch, here on YouTube, Facebook. I can stream to about 15 different places at one time. So it's the main reason we've used it is just its features. Yep, we did that. We did that last week. Like I said, I don't. The only thing I can say is I know even for my buddy Scott, when my buddy Scott was trying to join, it took him a few times as well, and it was everything needs to everything needs to connect for some reason before you get in. Like, I'm actually amazed that this microphone is working because this microphone wasn't plugged into my USB slot when we started, and usually that's a major no-no for this platform. Um, I believe I was running off this microphone when we started. Uh, Chad Junior's right there. When Brian should be here by now. What did he say? Because he said he would be 30 to 40 minutes. When did he send that? 7:16. Ooh, I don't know. That was 34 minutes ago. I don't know if he's gonna hit his time limit here. We'll get another beer while we're waiting for Brian. We'll get rid of that guy. What should be our next beer? Our next beer will be. Oh, you know what? We'll do this guy next because I have a lot of them. I have to, and yes, he sent me a few more of the Poutrine or whatever their band to watch since our thing last Saturday. My wife has not come downstairs yet, which is why I haven't been yelled at yet. 9 Mile Legacy Longview Pilsner. Oh, did you hear a duck? That is our next beer, is Longview Pilsner. Mm. Other than that band, though, I haven't watched or listened really to any good music videos in the last week or so. I get home. I usually watch Drain Addict when I get home. I'll watch his whatever new drain he's unclogging. For those of you that don't know who Drain Addict is, Australian plumber. Does the funny walk, has his little plastic animals. He doesn't really use his plastic animals anymore. He's gotten a little more professional. He doesn't have ratty and stuff all in things anymore. But I usually watch him. Then I'll watch some Jim Cornette stuff. To watch maybe Stevie Richards. If a John Malecki video is up, maybe I'll watch that. Not his podcast per se, but like his building videos. Sometimes Blacktail Studios will have a video out, and I'll go watch that. He makes epoxy tables. I used to do custom woodwork, so I do watch that stuff. Um, some how-to videos. One or two different beer reviewers that I'm friends with. I'll watch some of their stuff, and then I usually pass out by like 5 a.m. and then I'm back up at 10 or 11 for the dogs, and then I make it through the day, go to work, uh, get home, watch videos for 2 hours or so because nobody else is awake, and pass out again. And it's the Oh, my wife does not like half of the stuff I listen to. She likes country. Most of her songs are like some things about book boyfriends and shit like that because she likes her dark romance books and all that stuff. So stuff she like I listen to a lot of Irish punk. I listen to a lot of metal. I listen to a lot of folk music. I listen to a lot of weird stuff like Mogwai and Primus and stuff like that. A lot of weird indie music, and she is not huge on it. Then I listen to some stuff that is considered more. mainstream but not mainstream at the same time. Like I love Leonard Cohen. Just a lot of weird, more eccentric stuff. Um, if you're still around when we go offline, maybe I'll and you have not seen them before, maybe I'll introduce you to the Cybertronic Spree because everybody needs to know the Cybertronic Spree. Um, but there's a lot of really good stuff out there, and there's a lot of stuff that people don't watch enough or listen to enough. And I'll go and I'll do sometimes. I'm like I'm kind of curious what other people think of this stuff, so I'll go and watch the reaction videos. But I've decided that most people that do reaction videos are lying. Like they've watched it before. They're like first time reaction, but they know exactly where to pause and exactly where to. And you don't see that surprise in their face, right? Or if you do see the surprise is like so over exaggerated. They're like, what? What? That you're watching a music video. Surprising your eyes, like maybe sure, maybe but no, like it's not. Hello, what's going on? I figured out what the cops were probably looking for.
What?
I figured out what the cops were probably looking for.
What were they looking for?
I'll talk to you about it when we're offline
Okay.
because it's good.
Is it?
But like because I listen to so many things that are considered, odd and all that. I like to see other people's reactions to it. I like to introduce people to it, and I like to watch some of the stuff. But I mean, I don't. There's not many of them that I feel are being 100% truthful on whether or not they've never heard this before. Yeah, no, I get so I get agitated about it, right? Because it's always that type of thing, and or it'll be like first time ever hearing this, and you're like, how did you never hear that before in your life? Even if you fully a certain type of music lover, there's certain music that everybody should know, and it's weird, right? Like again, I'm a punker, a metalhead, a hard rocker. I know a lot of I know a lot of the like more mainstream rap. Like you get a guy that's like metalhead listens to Eminem for the first time ever, and it's like fucking Slim Shady, and you're like, go the fuck away. You never heard Slim Shady in your life. Fuck off. Like, and then again, say you're a big rap fan and you're like, I'm listening to ACDC, Hell's Bells for the first. No, you're not. It's in movies, it's in TV, it's in you. It's not the first time you've heard it. Hello, Brian.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good to hear, sir. I was
Thank
just
you.
ranting and raving about those reaction channels that are out there that are like first time hearing this, or metalhead's first time listening to Eminem, or first time hearing Slim Shady, or rappers first time hearing Hell's Bells, and I'm like, fuck off! It's not the first time you fucking heard that shit.
Have you seen the one where there's a kid being like, and for today I'm playing a record off my grandpa's album stash, and it's like, this is Rage Against the Machine's debut album.
No, I've not seen that. Holy fuck!
Because it's true.
Exactly, sir. First time
My,
reaction to Braveheart, like maybe first time reaction to I don't know, maybe first time reaction to Human Centipede. Okay, maybe you've never seen Human Centipede.
I have not.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the biggest box office blow, like not bombs, sorry, but explosions ever.
Yeah.
The hits. This is my first time seeing it. No, it's not. Maybe if you're 20, maybe.
Yeah.
But you're 40 and you haven't seen some of these things that they're watching first times of. No, you've seen this shit.
Yeah.
You've heard this shit. I was also talking about how, I watch those reactors solely because, I like some eccentric stuff. I also like some more well-known stuff. And if he's still around when we go offline, I'll show him some stuff if he hasn't heard it, like Cybertronic Spree. Knowing that he's from across the pond, maybe he's never heard of Leonard Cohen. Maybe he's never heard him play, right? Like, I love that man. He was great. His last song ever before he died was an awesome song. First time breathing air. I tried doing some reaction videos. I did. I just couldn't get... And it's the same thing with I tried doing some gaming videos. I just can't get the sound to work properly. Like, I tried to do those like, guess the theme song of the wrestler type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And because, that's kind of fun to do. But I couldn't get the sound to work properly for the life of me. So when we go offline, I'll tell you, too, what the cops were looking for.
Okay.
I figured it out. No, but I figured it out. It's hit the internet as to what was going on.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. No, it is.
You talked about your do you want to talk about your visitor you had this week?
Well, I did talk about one visitor I had, which was my neighbor telling me that there was dog shit being thrown into his backyard.
Oh.
I wonder who did that.
Is that from...
That was from my son, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he denied it. No, I haven't done that. Really? I've seen pictures of Otis fucking sized shits.
Yeah.
We have the biggest dog in the neighborhood.
I was referring to...
Yeah, I know who you were referring to.
Yeah.
So it was actually an intriguing... Sorry?
So if you don't want to talk about it...
No, I'm perfectly... Like I said when we came online, we don't talk about certain topics very often, but there is one that we might just talk about briefly because it's not really politics per se. It's just there was somebody at the door. Yeah. And it was an interesting thing to have at the door because we've made fun of him for a few weeks now. And I can tell you, face to face in person, he's not as weird as he is on social media.
So
and he took my negative aspects very well.
That's good. That's what you want, right? You want to have a good conversation.
Plot twist, it was the 8-year-old.
Yeah.
It could have been, but no, I don't foresee. Yeah, no, like we and I didn't expect him especially to just stand on my porch for 15 minutes and talk to me, right? Like in the rain.
Yeah.
And then he left, and then like 5 minutes later, I get another knock on the door, and it's this camera crew that's following him because apparently there's a camera crew following all 3 of the major parties. I say 3 of the major parties, even though his isn't a major party anymore, and the Block is a more major party than his. But the 3 major English-speaking parties, because they're making a documentary on Canadian politics. And they're like, he was mic'd up, and we really loved the conversation you had with him. We want to know if we can use you in the documentary. And
well, that's cool.
Sure.
Yeah, you said yeah to it. You signed off on it or whatever.
Yeah, I signed off on it. I'm like, whatever. So we do have two viewers. I don't know if either of them are. Well, I know one of them isn't Canadian. But so what we're talking about is Avi Lewis was at my door. I even have the pictures. I have screenshots of him through my security camera on my porch with me. And Regina's NDP candidate who runs every election and never wins because we're a very conservative city, is the one that knocked on my door. And then he starts coming up my porch too. And he's like, "Do you know this guy?" And I go, "Well, I don't know anybody until I meet them. Do I know who he is? Sure."
Yeah.
And his answer was like, "Yeah, why would he know me? He's living in this area of Regina, and I'm from Toronto." And then well, like I said, I don't count it as I know you until I've met you, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Do I know you? No. But so the first thing they were here for was they have a bill and a proposal coming through to try and put a national hold on AI centers until more research can be done about environmental impacts, social impacts, everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? So far, what you're saying, I'm on board with. Can I see your bill and your proposal? He's like, yeah, you're the first person that's asked to see it. Well, I'd like to read it, like I want to see what we're talking about. And I read it and I'm like, okay, I'm 100% behind that. I'll sign that. And I signed it. And then we started talking, and we were talking about a lot of different things. And, first thing I said to him was, okay, so I have a question for you. You're the leader of a federal party now. I go, when do you think our federal politics changed? And he goes, well, what do you mean? I go, when do you think things changed from the way they were before, where you did what was best for your people, to where we're at now, where for the most part, everybody seems to just follow the status quo of their party? And the best part was he actually, out of his own mouth, said, I think Jean Chrétien was the last leader where people actually, voted best for their party, their people. I'm like, oh my God, because that's what I've been saying, right? Like, and we got talking. I'm like, I've voted for every different political party in this country. I abstained once. It was the first time I ever abstained, and I abstained. And we went through the list, right? I'm like, this was my conservative constituent, my conservative representative, probably the best one for me in my constituency at the time. But even though I'm voting for the person, not the party, at the same time, if he gets a seat, that helps Stephen Harper. So I wasn't going to vote for him because at that point, Stephen Harper's first term, I had no problem with. His second term, I did. I go, then we had Tom Mouclair, and Jack Layton was one thing. Tom Mouclair, I wasn't a fan of Tom Mouclair. And we're talking about, and we're going more in depth. Like, I'm just glossing over things. I'm like, I couldn't vote for Justin Trudeau for almost the same reason I couldn't vote for Tom Mouclair. I didn't see something I liked, right? And my representation from that party was not great either. My buddy Clark was my Green Party candidate, and I'm good friends with Clark, but all he cared about was weed, and there was a lot more going on in the world than weed at that time. So, I abstained. And we got talking, and then he's like, well, what did you vote for more in? Because we found out, I'm from Ontario, and he goes, oh, you're admitting you're from Ontario? I go, yeah, but not Toronto. And he just laughs. He goes, okay, so you're accepted out here, right? I go, yeah, because I'm not from Toronto. They don't hate everybody from Ontario. They hate everybody from Toronto, and Ottawa. But point. But
yeah, you kept that one quiet, eh?
yeah, I did. I kept that one to myself. But we got going on about things, and he's like, well, and then he asked me, would you have voted for me as if you were an NDP like member of the party, like you were a card carrying member of the party, would you have voted for me for a leader? I go, no. He goes, no, why? And we went through, and he goes, okay, I can actually respect that. I go, because I was talking about how, I keep tabs on everybody. And he's like, who would you have liked to have seen run for? He goes, well, who would you have picked out of the leaders that were there? And I told him who and why, but I also told him what my one worry was about that person. And he's like, wow, you really pay attention to this stuff, don't you? Well, sadly, yes. He goes, well, okay, so if you could pick anyone, who would you want to be the NDP leader? And I told him Wab Kinew. He's like, why? I go, because I know where that guy's life has come from and where it's gone. I know he's spent time in prison. I know he has grown, and he's him. What you're seeing on camera is who he is, and he's able to bring people together because he is a normal guy in the end.
Did you tell him what he looks like?
No.
Oh, he would have died laughing.
Probably. But so we were going on, and then he's like, did you ever vote for my dad? I go, you're talking Stephen Lewis? He goes, yeah. I go, no. He's like, why? And I told him the things I'm like, look, I look at everything, and this is when I was able to vote and your dad was the leader of the Ontario NDP, this was your dad's platform, and this is why I didn't stand behind that. He's like, oh, he goes, and that's why this lady came to my door afterwards. She's like, you guys had an amazing conversation. I want to use it.
Oh, I can imagine. Like, imagine that, yeah? In Regina, gets talking to someone from Ontario who knows his stuff, and you weren't attacking him personally.
No, like I said to him, I go, look, I do a little pseudo podcast every weekend, and we've made fun of you a few weekends in a row. And he's looking at me. I go, your leadership convention with the cards. He goes, oh, and I can tell you right now, talking to you face to face on my stairs, you don't come across the same way you came across in that. And you should probably try more to come across the way you are right now than you did in that. And he's like, well, thank you for supporting this. Can I count on you to support me on the next election? I'm like, probably not. He goes, well, I can appreciate that. And I go, well, who knows how things will change, right? What your platform is matters a lot. I go, because we even talked about my vote here, right? And I'm like, look, I'm new here. I don't know the people that were my representation. So the only person I knew who my representation was, if I voted for them here, was Andrew Scheer.
Oh.
And he's like, and how? I go, he's the only one I knew, and let's just leave it at that. That wasn't happening. Sorry? Yeah, we're online. Okay, you go finish your spices.
Might not get them done tonight,
But yeah, so he was like, so you were voting more on your leader. I go, yeah. And then we got talking about the previous leader and my thoughts on that. And I'm like, I don't think he was a bad guy per se. I think like Bernie Sanders in the US, he came around way too early. I go, I think you're many years away from the person who was that leader having a chance in this country.
Are you talking about our former
Mr. Singh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he was asking about his predecessor, right? Like what I thought about his predecessor.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have a thing against him. I think he was trying to do a position that the country wasn't ready for him to do. I go, in all honesty, as much as I want Wab Kinew to be the NDP leader federally, because I think it would be amazing, I don't know if Canada is ready to elect that either as the prime minister. You know what I mean? Like we've voted a pretty similar demographic every single time, an old white man. Like that's what it always is, right? It's
now listening to your conversation just now, I just had an amazing, not amazing, it would have been a good question to hear or to ask the guy you're talking to on if he supported Jack Layton. You know?
Yeah.
Because I think Layton was like, he would have changed it because he had all that momentum that he created.
And he actually did say that he thought Layton pulled a lot of people together.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my Canadian politics talk. Like I said, we're not getting into anything deep. It's just This guy was on my doorstep, and it was actually a good conversation. And it was nice to have the conversation. And we didn't just talk about him or anything. We talked about all the different parties and our thoughts about them and things that are going on and things that are going on with populism and things that are like it was interesting to have that conversation with a federal party leader, and I never expected to see a federal party leader on my door step.
Well, and that's the thing is, how do you not talk about the fact that you had a federal party leader on your front steps?
Yeah, whether or not it's even a federal party leader you like if I had a chance, I would love to have the same conversation with Carney or Legault or even Pierre. Like, I'd love to have the chance to have a conversation with somebody where you can actually. I don't know if I would have. I don't know if the other three would give the same type of reverence to somebody else's opinion. But I would love to have even Elizabeth May. I'd love to have a chat with her. You know, it's just it's fun, it's nice, it's enlightening, and with all the divisiveness in the world, it's nice to be able to have that conversation where he knows you don't support him, yet he still wants to talk to you and understand how you think and why.
It's almost like, remember, I know you don't want to talk politics. Remember that one clip when I think Trudeau was still running his first term, and he was like, "I don't care who you vote for, just get out and vote." Along those lines, he's like an interview, Much Music or something.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's like sounds like what he was kind of going for. Like, oh, okay, you don't support you're not on my team, but we can have a conversation.
Yeah, no, and it was a nice conversation to have. It was nice to do, and especially with all the shit going on right now between my idiot boy and work and all, it was nice to have and everything you see online, right? Because again, online it's this side or this side, and that's it.
Yeah.
It was nice to be able to stand there and have a conversation with somebody on this side, where you're more here. And he's actually respecting it because he's seeing that you're not trying to be way over here or way over here. You're explaining that you have beliefs on both sides.
Yeah,
and why you have them.
You weren't attacking. You were just like, "This is what I believe," and I respect all other sides.
Yeah, and he loved that I was asking him questions. Like he's like I haven't had this yet since I've been here. I go, no, I don't suspect you have. And they were like going to Alberta next, and I'm like, have fun there.
Yeah.
But I even asked him, I'm like, where are you going to run as your
yeah, you're right.
Your area, right? Like, has that been decided? And he's like, and he gave me the spiel that you're supposed to give. He's like, I'm just focusing on our policies and everything right now. He goes, but I think it's going to be one of the three places I've lived. So it's either going to be like Vancouver, Toronto, or where the fuck? It was another city, I think Markham. But he's like, it's going to be one of those three places that I run in because I've lived in those three places. Oh, yeah, I can respect that. I go, don't go anywhere in the middle. He's like, no plan of that.
No, he's going to take a ride. He knows he's going to win.
Yeah, they all do, right? I mean, it's what every one of them does.
Yeah.
But it was again, we're not talking anybody's policies or anything else. It was a breath of fresh air to actually have a non-attacking conversation.
It would have been awesome if you could have cracked a beer with him.
Well, my wife made the joke, right? She's like, "Oh, did you tell him you had the disability card? Because you're a straight white male. He shouldn't be talking to you."
No, you're not. Yeah, but you got the blindness.
I know.
You should have gone. I don't. Do you have a CNIB card?
Not anymore. What about my fucking idiots? The big one and the little one? The biggest and the littlest? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because that would have been funny if you had a CNIB card. Your wife starts talking.
I got my card.
And you come back when they're talking. Hold on, I have to butt in here.
Yeah, no, he, like I said, as much as I will continue to make fun of that, but walking door to door and meeting people, he's a lot more down to earth than he gives off in that.
So I hope he took that, what you told him about how, hey, you are much better than how you are being shown on social media and everything. Hopefully, maybe he changes who his social media people are, being like, hey, you got to change how I'm looking.
Yeah, I doubt he will, but he could. Who knows, right? But that was our political talk again, not going on any left or right thing. Just
Yeah.
the new furthest left political leader was on my doorstep, and he does not seem to be as furthest left as he portrays, or at least he understands that the world isn't that way, and he accepts that, which is good. It's
Yeah.
good. I give him that. It was good to have the conversation.
There you go.
Now, the representative for here in Regina didn't get the same feeling from him as I got from his leader.
And that's why he's a local and not a federal.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got me to sign I ended up signing 2 different petitions. I put my support behind 2 different proposals because we ended up talking about a lot of different things.
That's
And I
good.
said absolutely not to 3 other proposals. He's giggling at the end. He goes, you have a lot of knowledge in this, don't you? I go, well, I follow it. I mean, I took my minor in school was political science. I mean, that's what I was taking as my minor, and I was always interested in it.
Yeah.
Because it's really part of psychology. Political science is part of psychology. And so I am interested in it. I have a vested interest in it because I have a multicultural family and everything else, right? So I have a vested interest in everything. And I'm intrigued by it, and I keep tabs on all of it, and I can say some nice things about people I don't like per se, because I can see some of the things they try to do, and it's one of those things where I think more of the country needs to remember what our civics originally was, instead of where we've been. And I get why we've gone to where we've gone, right? Like, there's been decisive and divisive politics on both sides for over a decade now, right? Like, so I get why we're where we are. I think we need more people to realize where we need to be going.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, that's our political talk for the night.
How's your beer?
It's okay.
Nice.
How's your beer?
Pretty good. Almost done.
What are you drinking?
I drink a from Carbon Brewing.
Oh, you got another one of those?
No, I never drank it last week.
Okay, I thought you did.
No, I never got around to it.
Notice the cup I have?
Yeah, I always laugh when I see it.
I wonder where that came from.
I know. I always laugh at the video of you opening it, and then you open that, and you're like,
You fucker.
yeah.
Yeah, no, and I get why he would leave while we had that conversation. I don't try to chase people off. That's why we didn't get into depth. It was just this conversation happened. It was an intriguing conversation. It was intriguing too because some of the things he said, and I don't know again if this is a planned thing that's going on, but some of the things he said goes against the image that they portray of him. Like, some of his beliefs seem to not be as far-fetched as they portray. Now, whether or not that's to capture all the far left or not, I don't know. And it could be. I mean, And like I said, that's why I would love to have a conversation with Elizabeth May. I'd love to have it with Carney. I'd love to have it. No, I'm not going to have it with any of them. This guy's still a nobody. That's the only reason he's doing this, right? Like,
Yeah.
I would love to have it with all of them, just for the same factor. Like, I want to see what's different because social media has created monsters of their own. I'd like to see what a person really is, other than just the slogans.
Yeah.
So I loved that.
Tom's back.
Good day, Tom. What should we talk about? We talked about this beer. We can talk about this beer. This beer is not as dark as it should be.
He said us talking Canadian politics is like him listening to Chinese. I understand.
It shouldn't be, though. I mean, we have the same form of government as you do. We have the Westminster Parliament.
I guess if he doesn't know the people involved.
It's true.
Yeah. So you got more snow, based on
Yeah,
your
it fucking
title?
snowed yesterday. It fucking snowed yesterday.
I'm wearing shorts today.
I'm always wearing shorts, snow or no snow. So,
I'm thinking.
well, today I think it was +8 today, but we snowed yesterday.
We're gonna be like 27 on Monday.
Fuck you. Oh, we're at +13 now, so it's gone up as the sun went down.
Good job.
It's going to be cool and rainy tomorrow, apparently, which I don't like because I want to have. I've had one fire so far this year, and I'm really sad about that because I love my fires. 100% chance of rain tomorrow.
My backyard.
100% chance.
My backyard's been wet for weeks now, months.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah.
So let's get 19 millimeters of rain tomorrow.
Nice. You guys do any planting around your house?
We will be. Like, I have a garden all fenced off and stuff, but...
Vegetables? Plants? Like,
Vegetables.
I mean, flowers or vegetables? Okay.
Vegetables and herbs. We have, like, ghost peppers growing. We have raspberry bushes, peas, cucumbers, beans.
Nice.
She wants to do garlic in the fall.
Do you have something there to attract some bees so they can cross-pollinate?
We will have a few flowers and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Just dump some beer in the garden.
Yeah.
Again, Tom, I have this weird thing. Like I said, kinesiology was my major. I wanted to be a sports lawyer, so I was doing kinesiology and law. I mean, I ended up quitting school because I was the one that ended up funding my ex-wife's schooling. But I was doing kinesiology and law, and I was minoring in political science because I was always interested in it. Because it is, like I said, it is psychology based. Because the science of it all is on the way you can manipulate different people. So it was an interesting thing to do, and I've always been intrigued by it ever since. And I mean, we talked about representational government as well, and floor crossings and everything else. And because he's against floor crossing, I said I'm not, and I explained why. I said, but what I would like to see happen is that you floor cross to be an independent. I go, but I would also like our government to change to the point where you don't have no funding once you're an independent. He's like, I've never thought of that. Of course, nobody does. So, it's like, yeah, we just need to stop it.
Yeah.
It did fucking snow in the Sask, sir. It did. What you up to? It is a nice can. You never responded to my pictures I sent you.
talking to me? Or
In terms of bees. No, I've never watched that. So I guess the question I can ask people is he's still drinking in the garage. Yeah, I sent you 2 pictures.
Preston?
No, I didn't send them Preston. Favorite movie style? What's your favorite movie style?
Oh,
Like, what's your favorite genre, shall we say?
so I've always like defaulted to comedies, but what I really enjoy, which I don't watch nearly enough of, but psychological thrillers.
Ooh, psychological thrillers, eh? I mean, I can't say that I don't enjoy a comedy or a psychological thriller or some stupid action movie, but my favorite is horror. And if I go down to it, B-rated horror, like your comedy horror,
Okay.
like so campy it makes you laugh. That's my favorite genre. And when I had my huge movie collection, I had over 2,000 DVDs, and probably about 750 of them were campy horror.
Well, that's awesome.
like I loved it. Loved it.
Name your top. We'll say up to 3 movies that you think you have watched the most number of times.
When you say medieval, are you talking swords and sandals type of things? Or swords and sorcery? Like, are we looking science fiction, fantasy? What is it there? So top 3 movies, what, sorry?
That you think you've watched the most in your life.
Oh, the top 3 movies I've watched the
Like up to
most in
3.
my
If you
life.
can be like, oh, this is definitely number 1. But if you're like, oh, it could be this one or this one. You know, this isn't necessarily you putting in a VHS, a DVD. This could be watching it on TV, like all of that. Watching it on your phone.
Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell. Number 1 movie I probably watched. I can quote the entire movie. Like I have people that hate if I put that movie on because I'll just say every line as it happens. That watched it more times than I could ever want to admit. Krull, which a lot of people have never seen. They think it's Kull, like with Kevin Sorbo, but it's not.
Okay.
Last one.
Well, if you just do 2, 2 is fine.
Well, no, I'm trying to think, right? Because there's a whole bunch of them that could be that last one. The last one, though, I'd probably say the last movie that I've watched the most amount of times will be Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Okay. Good choices.
And I mean, if I was going to give like a honorable mention, probably Conan. Conan the Barbarian, not Conan the Destroyer. I've seen Conan the Destroyer a bunch as well, but Conan the Barbarian is the way to go. And also swords and sorcery movies, and swords and sandals movies. Like I've seen so many of them. Dragon Slayer, Dragonheart. Like it's insane the amount of shit I've watched. Again, I owned over 2,000. But those 3 I mentioned originally, those are probably the ones I've watched the most, unless we're talking like Delta Force and Conan. Because who doesn't want to watch Delta Force? Like, come on. Yes, I've seen Wolf Creek. Didn't they make a second Wolf Creek? I owned Wolf Creek. I bought it from Blockbuster's used section for like $2.99.
Nice.
Lord of the Rings, yeah. Man in the Iron Mask. I've watched it. I owned it. I didn't watch it a lot.
I think for me, and the ones I'm going to say might.
Mad Max.
No. They're fairly common, popular movies.
Mad Max was a fairly common, popular movie.
No, I'm talking about the ones that I'm going to say.
No, yeah, I'm just saying Mad Max was a popular movie.
I'm going to say Green Mile.
See, I probably watched that 2 or 3 times in my lifespan, but it was a very good movie.
I've watched it quite a few times on TV because it's like if it's on, I'm watching it. Shawshank Redemption.
Another very good movie, very well-made movie.
If that's on, I am not going to sleep. And I think the one I've seen the most, Tremors.
Oh, they made so many. Remember Tremors in Antarctica or what? No, not Antarctica. They were in the Arctic though. Yeah. Nunavut Province, Canada. That's not how they answer. First off, Nunavut isn't a province, motherfuckers. Yeah. And they're supposed to be in Nunavut, and they have like just sweater vests and stuff on. And I'm like, you motherfuckers don't know it's negative 75 degrees Celsius there at times. Like, you're gonna die.
You should watch Green Mile. It is totally worth it, Multi.
No, Shawshank is a great.
Since you're more, more.
Oh my lord! Oh, is anything going to work for him?
I don't know if I got my camera. Might be.
Well, even if your camera doesn't work, your voice is working there, sir. Good day, Berserker.
How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Not bad.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Brian, Berserker, Brian.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, what do you got there, sir?
It's a rhino's ass. I didn't know if you still. I found another one in the pawn shop. I gave my last one to you.
You did, and I had it for years, and then I moved to the Arctic, and it was gone after that.
Yeah, I saw it. It's a good quality. This was better than the last one too.
Yeah, I think the last one, the one you sent me, I think was one of the black and white ones. I don't think it was colored.
Well, it's faded, I think, from the dishwasher.
Oh, it could have been that too. So Berserker is in Alberta, Brian.
Nice.
You're in Alberta too, or?
No, I've gone out there several times.
Yeah. I saw you were in Saskatchewan. Your reviews popped up in my feed. I started watching them, and I saw you doing all the beers that a few of them I've seen. Then you're like, "Oh, I'm in Saskatchewan." I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I live in Regina now, so.
Yeah.
We left. We came back to society, like to civilization, and.
Yeah. You liking Regina?
I love Regina in comparison to a lot of the places I've been in Ontario. I miss a lot of the people in Ontario, like Brian and stuff, but to live, I enjoy Regina. I enjoy Saskatchewan more than I ever enjoyed Ontario.
I went to Regina when I was about 20, and there was a huge rainstorm, and it flooded all the streets, and we were driving through like 2 feet of water everywhere. It was crazy. What are you guys drinking?
Multi says hello to you. I am drinking Multinationals Vista.
Ah.
That's my beer can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with something easy. 'cause this will be my final beer of the night. I have to go to work in the morning. Blue Mountain Brewing Light Lager.
Ooh. You really do like that beer, eh?
I love it. Love it. I'm on my own tomorrow, Chad. First time.
Oh, first time on his own. Ooh.
Yeah.
How are you nervous?
Oh, obviously. You have to be, right? It's not like it's, new job. Training's over.
I can't believe how many of those glasses you find in Alberta.
Yeah, they must have. Somebody must have. They were.
They probably stole them all and brought them to.
Well, I
Maybe
didn't know what's
25
attached to the
cents.
restaurant, but the restaurant just shut down, so maybe they came from there. I don't know.
Maybe. I can tell you, I went to Earl's once in my life, and it was once we moved here, and we went in, and we will never go again. I am not young or hip enough to go to that fucking restaurant.
Oh, I thought Earl's out here was for old people.
Well, Earl's out here is the hipster place,
Oh,
man.
really?
It was all young kids having their like
I've
their
never been there.
white person made pad thai and everything else, and I'm
Oh.
like, wow.
Fuck, sounds great. They got craft beer then.
I tried there, and it's not called Albino Rhino anymore. It's just called Rhino, and it's not bad stuff. I don't know who makes it though. I'm going to guess Big Rock. I'm going to guess that, but
I've never had the beer either.
The beer wasn't
Yes.
bad. I mean, I'll give it that. The beer was not bad.
What was it? Like an IPA?
No, they had a light, they had a lager, and they had a pale.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't bad.
I'd heard of it years ago. Like, I think before I even met you, I think I heard of it, but I didn't know what the hell where it was from or anything. I didn't know it was a restaurant beer.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good restaurant beers here. Like I go to Original Joe's quite often, and I get their house beer. I believe their house beer is made by District here, and it's just District Brewing Company's beers, and it's a lot cheaper than even the District Brewing Company's beers. So I just drink that stuff all night, right? I'm like, give me an original red, I just go back and forth.
Well, I like that.
Bella. Yes, Bella's down here. She's coming to see you now. I called her, so she has to leave. Get a
When I
pit bull, they said.
I went to Saskatchewan last year and I tried. Pile of Bones had one called Spud Light. Have you ever tried that one?
Yes, their potato beer.
It's actually kind of good.
It is.
I
I
like
had
it.
it at Leopold's Tavern. That's where I had it the first time.
I saw it. I was like, I gotta try this, and it was pretty cool.
The only thing I don't like about Saskatchewan is most of the breweries force you to buy a 4-pack of everything.
Well, they had singles where I was, but there wasn't much selection because I was out in the middle of nowhere. But they drink a lot of whiskey out there. I'll tell you, I went to the liquor store and it's like pallets of whiskey in the middle because it doesn't expire, I guess.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
was like,
and I found it funny because I can get beer from like overseas that's fresher than the beer that I can buy from breweries here. Like I bought a Rebellion beer and it was 18 months old. 18 months old for full price. And I'm like, fuck you guys. And I bought it at the brewery. Like I did.
we got tons of craft beer here, but I don't know what any of them are anymore. And every time I try them, they're not that great, but they got really nice cans. And there's all kinds of new breweries and stuff I don't even recognize, but they're every time I try one, I'm like, ugh. Something wrong with it.
What's
Where in Alberta are you again? I forget.
Lethbridge?
Okay. Yeah.
dude?
So,
I've been there.
Lethbridge,
several
yeah.
times.
I've been around Canada a bit. Lethbridge it's not a bad city.
No, my
It's-
uncle lives there. I've been there 3-4 times.
It's grown a lot since I was a kid.
Oh, one of my coworkers was just in Lethbridge to visit his family, and I'm like, grab me a beer from one of these breweries, and he didn't grab me any. I'm like, you
You had
motherfucker.
some beers from the breweries there.
I know you sent me some.
Yeah.
But I sent him a list of the breweries, and I'm like, here's because he asked me about them too. He goes, give me a list of the breweries and where they are, and I'll get you some beers. And I gave them to him, and he comes back and goes, yeah, I didn't get you any beers. You motherfucker.
There's one out by a Walmart, like it's in the middle of nowhere.
Pallet of whiskey.
in Lethbridge
Yeah.
by Walmart. Oh, I think you might mean there was one on 43rd, but it's shut down. Like a brand new one, like a brewery.
There's a small brewery.
There was one called Cooley Brew, and it shut down. It wasn't.
How is the hockey game going?
No, the Walmart. I think it's the newer Walmart. It's out on the outskirts.
Again,
there.
on the
here is
north
the
side. Yeah,
join link.
yeah,
You're
that
all
would
welcome to join.
That'd be Cooley Brew, but I think they shut down. They had pretty shit management there. I think a lot of money, but they couldn't keep her under control.
Also, like, it is a weird spot.
Yeah, it was on the industrial road there, and I did
Yeah.
a tour of it when it opened. They had all high tech shit. It was all brand new,
Yeah.
big money, but they didn't leave any managers. They had kids in there, and the shit was out of control. It got weird.
The glass is the best part of that brewery there, Multi.
This one,
No, mine.
yours.
He's talking about he's had Niagara Brewing Company beers.
Niagara.
He was saying nice glass, and yeah, the glass is the best part of that brewery. Everything else about that brewery is garbage.
I don't know if I've had that. Niagara.
You don't want to.
It's not good.
No.
Yeah, you sent me some beers that were pretty good. I'm trying to remember what the name of the brewery was though. But the one with the legs, like there was like a double IPA, like really resiny.
I can't
Bellwood?
even.
I don't remember what the hell it's called. No.
We did a few beers, I believe.
I remember how it tasted. It was pretty good. Like a resiny. It was a common beer brewery that you guys used to talk about all the time.
Yeah, so it was probably either Nickelbrook or Bellwoods
Yeah, it was
or
Nickelbrook, I think. And it was a pretty good IPA. It was like really resiny. Like,
maybe Immodest.
Yeah, it went with the legs. There,
No,
whatever.
a naughty neighbor.
No,
Maybe Immodest.
yeah,
I
think
can't
it was-
remember their cans. It was one of those two though.
Yeah.
Spectrum. That's the name of the brewery.
Oh yeah, Spectrum. They make a fucking Pilsner. And I tried it, and I wasn't expecting much, but their Pilsner is fucking awesome. I don't know what they did with that. It was good. And I was like, I didn't think that fucking beer I liked the best was the Pilsner, but it was so clean and crisp. Fuck.
Well, I had one of my first viewers of the night was like, "Oh, one of the OGs of beer tubing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm going. You're still going strong." I'm like, "I don't know if I'm going strong anymore, man. I'm getting like 10 views a video." Now I don't know if that's because people just don't care anymore, or because it's all Saskatchewan beers for the most part, and there's no fucking
No,
population.
I saw Joe D did a video, and he got about 10 views too.
So maybe BeerTube just isn't.
Yeah, I
not
think
a thing
so.
anymore.
Yeah. Joe D was the fucking Hulk Hogan of the fucking beer tube or whatever. Back in the day, his channel was huge. But
That's really good. That's really good.
the Niagara beer.
No, category 12, Calgary, I believe.
Well, I saw you did that one, that tangerine beer or whatever it was. That looked
Oh,
really
Babe?
Yeah, that looked
Babe.
awesome.
I don't know who really makes that or anything. I didn't look into it, but that was fucking good.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
It really was. It was a great beer. Like, if I see it again, like if I go to the co-op and it's there, I'm buying another 6-pack of it. It was a good beer. I got to go bring all my holders to Multinational and get my free beer.
How many holders do you need for a free beer?
The holders are worth about 25 cents each.
Yeah.
So once you bring them in like 20, they're like, here, have a free pint.
Okay.
But I usually bring them in a stack like this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, here you go. I don't need them. You're my Homer brewery. You're right around the corner. Like, I can walk to you in 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
here you are.
you're in Ontario?
Me? Yeah. Down in the Niagara area.
Cool. So you guys got. Do you guys ever dabble? Like, you ever go to the wineries and all out there?
I'm not a wine guy.
Fuck, I didn't try much. We get a lot of BC wine here, but I tried some Niagara wine one time.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
I've heard we have amazing wines. I've never gotten into it. I'm sure I will one day.
Yeah, it was Angel Gate Pinot Noir is fucking good.
Well,
Like, yeah, and like I drank a bunch from all around, and it was like probably gotta be one of the best.
Oh, and Malty, you weren't here last week when we talked about it. They have been sold. Dougal no longer owns them.
Dougal.
innocent guy.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking about. I think I caught something on like I watched one of these, or somebody was talking about Innocent Gun.
Probably this guy.
It was acquired.
It has been acquired. It's been acquired by a
Consortium.
consortium. Yes, you're going bankrupt consortium.
Oh, that's the shits. That was one of the first like non-macro. I don't know if you call it macro, but the first kind of different kind of beers. One of the first ones around here that we ever got.
It's really what got me into doing this, to be honest.
Oh, me and my buddies, like when Innocent Gun came, we tried it, and some of us really liked that bourbon cask. I think was the first one, and we drank a fair bit of that.
Yeah, no, it was a great beer. I really hope they stay open.
Yeah, no
I really hope they keep shipping to Canada because the next time I go to buy beer in 2 weeks, because I got paid on Thursday and I'm already out of money. It's the problem with having a wife and an ex-wife. When I go to buy my next batch of beer in 2 weeks, and I don't really need to because I mean, I have all of that.
Yeah, but you gotta collect the beer.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of Innocent Gun when I go next.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
The more beer you buy now, the more firewood you can buy later on.
I have so much firewood because I haven't had a fire, right? Like I've been at
Yeah.
work every night. And when I'm warming,
I was just gonna say, Innocent Gun probably ages pretty good.
it does. It really does. And I mean, if you get it in the bottles,
Yeah, you
you're
probably
getting it
last
from
a couple
Scotland. If you're getting it canned, you are getting it made here in Canada. So I'm really hoping that this consortium that bought them is just like, hey, just keep brewing it in Canada. Keep making us money.
Yeah. They made an authentic English IPA. I think it was the only actual authentic English IPA I ever had from a brewery.
Yes, and it was a good beer.
It was a EKG, and it was fucking nice. They've had a couple of releases that were good. I think there's a White Oak one, and their Irish whiskey's always good.
Well, I still talk to people too about them, and I'm like, I used to do a lot of stuff with their owner. Their owner was in my basement. They're like, "You're lying to me." I'm like, "No, here's all the videos. He was in my basement."
Yeah, we talked to him. He came on, and I talked to him about brewing one time.
Yeah, no, it was always great that they loved me and I loved them. Like I was a big supporter of them and they were a big supporter of me. Like
Came out to the beer festival?
I was the only beer festival he came that brewery would come to.
That's cool. Oh fuck! They always had that stocked here for years. Innocent Gun on the shelves here, and yeah, a lot of people got into it from that because your only other options were Big Rock or Guinness or Newcastle.
And I mean, Big Rock isn't a
Innocent
bad
Gun
brewery.
up in Vulcan at their liquor store.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Vulcan. That's a cool town.
yeah.
I seem to remember. I don't go through there much, but I think they actually have a fucking big model of the Enterprise when you come in there. Or am I dreaming?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah. I've only been through there like a couple times, but
Because the Welcome Center is a museum for Star Trek, which is
yeah,
right
they have
there.
the big the Trekkie rally.
Yeah.
And the guys used to come. Well, I don't know if Kirk William Shatner might be getting a little bit old now. He's probably about
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, I think most of them are dead now, right? Like Leonard
Well,
Nimoy.
William Shatner's still alive, eh?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, but is George Takei still alive? He died, didn't he?
No.
No, he's
No,
on
still
Twitter all
alive
the
too.
time.
Yeah, he lights up social media,
Yeah, he's always causing shit on the social media.
like in a funny way.
Hello, Tom. Does your microphone work yet? Let's see if I can help him at all. Let's see. How do I remember how to do this? We figured this out last time, didn't we not? We did. What did I do?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. So Tom, for some reason, his microphone never works when he comes on here. And I'm trying to remember how to do this because last time we figured out, it's how I helped Sage when Sage. Oh shit! What did I? 1 second, sir. I'm not trying to kick you out. Or did you drop out? No, you didn't drop out, did you? No, you did.
Can you
Okay.
put his source?
No, but now I see where I did it. I did it here in letting you join.
Okay.
Yeah, I can edit video settings and stuff in this.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
weird. It's weird. It gives me way too much control. I shouldn't have this much control. This is a really good beer, man. If you can get this, Beer Zerker, you really need to try it.
What's it called again? I got a bad memory.
It's category 12 deviation.
Category 12. Oh, look, I brew all my own beer now. I almost never buy beer.
Oh, lucky you. I don't have any equipment anymore, not since I moved out of Niagara.
I didn't do it for years, and I got back into it because I was like, fuck, I can brew a bomber. It cost me $1, and I can brew anything I want. I have to drink 5 gallons of it, but
Yeah, no, I know, I get it.
5 gallons
Like,
of.
I pointed my camera back, and I have 3 2-4s on the floor. But my mother-in-law, for my birthday, she gave me a gift card to District, and District does a $29.99 24-pack in here in Saskatchewan, right? So every month the beer changes, but I went and bought like 3 24-packs. I'm like, there we go. I spent my money, right? And so I'm stuck with the same beer for most of my beer drinking when I'm doing it, but it doesn't matter to me because other than my review beers, who cares, right? I don't mind the beer, so it's nice to have.
Yeah, this one here is a crispy Kvike yeast it's ended up being kind of an IPA, and it's kind of hazy.
How long did it take you to brew?
This one took for fucking ever because I never have problems with beer, like with mead and stuff, with nutrients. Sometimes it'll stall.
Yeah.
But I tried to make a Pilsner, and I used distilled water, and it was nutrient deficient, so I let it sit for months, and then I had to re-energize it with some yeast.
Okay, Tom, here's what I can tell you. You're showing no camera and no microphone plugged in. It's saying no microphone available, no camera available. So I don't know if when you're coming in, you're just not selecting them at all or what, but it's showing you nothing.
Are you on a phone or a computer, Tom?
Well, we got the private chat going. What's that?
Yeah. He's typing something right now. I can see.
Okay, like I said, I have a little more control on this than on Restream or anything, but it's showing you no microphone, no camera. Tom's over in the UK there, Berserker.
Oh, yeah.
So how long you been in Lethbridge for, roughly?
Oh, my whole life, mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to get away.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why it's addicting there. It's like I've been down to 3 or 4 times. My uncle lives there, and
It's got
Last-
everything you need, but it's not too big, so you don't get tons of traffic, but you got anywhere you want to go. It's
Well,
kind of
I mean,
perfect size.
it's kind of the same with Regina, right? Like people
Yeah.
bitch about the traffic here, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? There's no traffic here.
Regina's Lethbridge and Regina.
Bella.
When I went to Regina, they're very similar. Regina's bigger though.
yeah.
Come here, Bella.
I just
Well,
like
you're You can.
driving into Lethbridge. and it's like
Bella,
you're driving through prairies. You're driving through prairies. Oh, here's a little valley. Boom! You're suddenly in the city, like just out of nowhere.
You get through the city in like 15 minutes if it's like
Yeah.
after rush hour too. You just fucking rip right through. Yeah, it's nice.
It's just funny. Like you're driving, like oh, it's like all prairies, farmland. All of a sudden, shit, I'm in the city. Like
Yeah, Calgary's a
Okay,
shit show.
give me 1 second here. Let me see.
Still online?
Yes, we're still online.
Asking.
I know you're asking. You're don't walk in front of me naked. That's really your big thing right now. Okay, so
what restaurants do you recommend in Lethbridge?
What restaurants?
Tom, sorry guys, 1 second.
Okay,
When I
sorry.
open Restream with my phone, the first thing it asks me is if I will allow the microphone and camera to be used. And then when I allow it, I have to pick which it sees and then join as guest. Sorry, I just thought I'd open my, because I've never checked it on my phone.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't
Continue.
go to Pizza Hut.
Don't go to Pizza Hut.
Shits. Yeah, I used to love Pizza Hut. It's the shits now.
I haven't had Pizza Hut since me and my wife, like in our first month or two of dating. That was the last time I've been to Pizza Hut.
I've where have I had? I've been is it Two Guys in a Pizza Place? Is that
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's where I went.
that's
and stayed.
awesome?
It is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, they're really good there, and they got a wicked beer list for anyone who wants beer. They had best beer list in town, actually.
Yeah, because like
It's
I
a-
always did takeout there. I just pick it up, bring it back to my uncle's house, and I walk in like, oh my god.
Yeah, their
And
beer
then,
list. When was the last time you went there?
Year ago, I was there last
Oh, a
month.
year ago. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I checked their
And-
beer list, I didn't drink last time I went in, but it was fucking wicked. They had all kinds of
Yeah.
shit.
And then trying to think where else I've had. The water tower sucks now.
Yeah, it always kind of sucked.
Well,
What's your try?
when I was in 4 years ago, I was in it, and it wasn't too bad. Then I went 3 years ago, and it was like, oh,
The view is incredible, but the food.
yeah. Like I was only on the bar level. I wasn't in the fine dining area, and it's kind of like last night I was there. I was like, oh, we all ordered salads because the menu sucked. We're like,
Yeah, no, I was gonna say if I went there, the only thing I'd be able to afford is fucking toast.
yeah. Well,
Like-
like I said, we didn't go to the fine dining level. We went to the level below it where the bar is, the lounge. So
There's a cool little restaurant in town. If you ever, when next time you're in, it's called the Shanghai. If you get to the old one,
okay,
it's been there since like the 40s or 50s or whatever. It's an
All right.
original old school Chinese, and you can look out. It's upstairs and stuff. It's pretty cool.
that's cool.
But there's another one. They copied the name, so there's two Shanghais now, and so they're fighting about that.
Huh. That's like
Bella,
oh, what's the other restaurant? Is it Mario's? No,
There's street side Mario's or something. They had one or something.
no. There's like north and then the other. Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to look on the
Luigi.
map. I know
Luigi's.
that's it. Luigi's.
Yeah. Lots of people like that.
Yeah, I've only done takeout in Lethbridge. I've only ever ate at the water tower for the view. Everything else
Sounds
is
like you
just
eat out there more than I do.
well, when you're visiting, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. No, that Shanghai's pretty good.
Yeah,
A lot of the Chinese places they're not as good as they used to be.
and then I had fish and chips from some fish and chip place from downtown by the park where all the homeless check. for
Yeah, I had that
fentanyl.
too. It was pretty good. I can't remember the name of it though.
Yeah, it's just like
That
a takeout
restaurant
place.
changes all the time.
Yeah,
Next to the Pita Pit, yeah.
I remember when Pita Pit first opened, like 25 years ago, and I would go there after I was done my bouncing shift and get a pita on my way home.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're especially good when you're done your bouncing shift and you've had your free alcohol and you're a little drunk and you go and spend you spend $30 of your $100 you made and
walk home, stumble home and eat 2 pitas on your way home.
At least it's not junk food, right?
True.
Lots of stuff in there. So I used to do that once in a while. I go there, but yeah, that section is a little bit hectic nowadays. We'll say.
Berserker's in charge while I go break the seal.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
If you're a hockey fan, Sabres beat Montreal 8-3 just now.
You went back to try to steal your underwear twice.
Series is 3-3.
I don't follow sports much, but
Okay, fair enough.
As long as somebody's winning. I can't read those things; they go so fast. Should have brought my glasses to.
Yeah.
Somebody said something, but I didn't catch it.
We're still
Yeah.
online.
We'll see it after.
But we're in here.
Do you ever get up to Waterton at all?
Oh yeah, well, it fucking burned down a few years ago, pretty bad, but it's just not like it used to be. But yeah, fucking Waterton's great. It's not as big as like you can't. You got to kind of hike in. So if you're physically good enough to do that, then Waterton's great. If you're stuck in a car, it's not as big as you'd maybe hope, I guess. But I guess what you mean by it's actually the drive up to Cameron Lake and stuff is pretty good.
Yeah. And just doing the old sightseeing and stuff is pretty cool. I had my parents out there with me last year when I went, so that was their first time out there. So we did the little drive, and I'm like, enjoy Waterton. It's going to be like Banff in 15 years, where it's going to be overrun with people because
Hopefully not.
Banff is getting too stupid.
Well, you can always just go to BC. Oh, fucking every time I go to the whole fucking province is fucking like Waterton. It's great.
Yeah.
Love
You
going.
know, like everyone's like, oh, gotta go to Calgary. Oh, we're going to Banff.
I'm back. What's up?
We're just talking about Southern Alberta.
This guy knows more around here than I do, I think.
I'm good geographically.
Do Canadians cook fish and chips in beef drippings? I don't think so.
No.
Look like beef talon he's talking about?
No. I've never even seen that in the store.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh no, what's going on here? That's not what I wanted.
That's not what you wanted?
No, I was trying to put you in here. There we go. It lets me do things, but it doesn't let me do things at the same time. Like it fights you. It's like, no, your choice is not valid.
Oh, fuck, Chad, I was going to ask you, did you guys have like a shitload of wind the other day?
Oh fuck. There is video of a fucking porta potty being pushed down Saskatchewan Drive.
Fuck, dude. We had like dust shit. Like I was driving to you couldn't even see, man. Like I didn't want to slow down or speed up. I was like, fuck, someone's going to hit me. I got through
Like
it.
we had 100-kilometer-an-hour winds on Thursday, to the point that at work things were blown off our roof.
Oh, my.
Oh, the wind was. And then someone said, oh, Saskatchewan was going to get a big blizzard, and I didn't. And I don't know
We
if
got
that.
snow. It wasn't a blizzard, but we got snow.
Oh, fuck. It was wild the other day. Dude, I
Like,
never seen.
We had to bring 17 skids of tires in on Friday night, and yeah, it was. They were all coming in covered in snow and stuff. I'm surprised my forklift was working out there. And my forklift driver is this little Filipino guy, and he's like, "But Chad, I'm Asian." I'm like, "Get the fuck out there."
Yeah.
Go get the stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel right if I denied you the full Canadian experience.
It's too cold for me. I'm Asian. I go, too bad. Get out there.
No, it was because I saw they said they had dust storms all the way to Winnipeg in North and South Dakota.
My wife loves fish and chips, but Alicia, have you ever had fish and chips cooked in beef drippings? She says no.
Usually they get cooked in vegetable oil or peanut oil.
Yeah, vegetable oil and peanut oil is Canada's normal thing. things.
I don't see how that would taste good though.
And what type of fish do you use in the UK normally for fish and chips?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Well, we've had cod here. What was the one you had at the one great city that was gross?
Oh,
Was it
Halibut?
halibut?
no, halibut's pretty good. So is haddock.
Probably pollock.
Halibut and cod are your ones that are pretty decent. I can't remember.
Pollock.
It was a really oily fish to begin with.
Pollock.
Mackerel's pretty gross.
You can get fried pickerel in Niagara, and it's actually not bad.
Pickerel's
There's
walleye.
goldfish, too. Like
Walleye's delicious. Was it mackerel?
I can't. The mackerel? No,
it was something. Yeah, it was
Oh.
something you wouldn't normally use for.
it was something that wasn't normally like used for it. And she read it on the menu, and she's like, "That's probably gonna." And she ate it, and she's like, "Oh, this is gross."
Yeah, it wasn't.
Catfish.
Wasn't a decent fish.
It wasn't catfish.
No, catfish is a very,
Bass.
very disgusting.
Bass? I don't think it was bass either.
No, because it was like a white. I don't know what.
Berserker has always drank out in his garage, which is something I'll make fun of right now because Chris Malty was talking about drinking in his garage earlier, but never truly drinking in your garage until you're drinking in Berserker's garage.
Is that where you brew? Is your garage also?
No, Berserker can only afford a shed. Berserker doesn't have garage money.
You should check out
No.
what they do.
No, I brew.
I
I
should
brew
check out
outside.
what.
I just got to bring everything back in.
Okay.
But sometimes you get a lot of bees and wasps and shit that land in the kettle. It's a problem if you brew outside, depending on the day.
Yeah, no, I have 5 different wasp nests on the house, and I'm going with the idea that most wasp queens die over the winter, and then the wasp nest.
I think they do, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, they don't make it the next year. I don't think.
Yeah,
You
so and
Burn
apparently
bass.
I was going to peel them all off, but I've also read that if the wasps die, the nest keeps other wasps from coming because they still think it's an active nest. So I've left it there, hoping that they don't come back.
Where are they?
In the furrows of the roof, like in the
Oh,
soffit
in like
and stuff.
the soffit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they're all fucking dead.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, the wasps are no fun.
No.
I've had. It seems like every house I move in, like a fucking wasp. Especially if you got like a wooden deck or something, they get underneath there and fuck. That spray isn't that as potent as you'd like sometimes.
And I hear that Saskatchewan wasps are super strong, is from what I've been told by Saskatchewan regulars, because I'm like, it's like -2 out. I'm going to go kill the wasps. Like, I'm going to go knock off the nest. They're like, don't do it. Like, what do you mean? They're like, don't do it till it's like -20.
I've never
Then there's like
experienced
snow.
I've never experienced exotic wasps, but I can tell you one thing: these ones fucking hurt. They fucking hurt for sure.
Oh yeah, I've been stung too many times that I don't, and I'm allergic to. I'm not deathly allergic. I don't need an EpiPen, but I'm allergic to the point where I get these huge lumps and stuff. So I don't like playing with wasps.
No, fuck.
He likes to play with wasps. Wasps are assholes.
Wasps are assholes. They kind of like you.
I serve with purpose.
You what purpose do you serve?
I feed you.
You feed me. You're right. You do.
Hmm.
You got that.
I help pay the bills so you can afford to live.
You do help pay the bills, but really it's the groceries in the car.
Chad, could you afford groceries and have
No, but I'm fat. I could go for a while before I need to eat.
That's awesome.
But you won't. And how are you going to work?
That's awesome.
Bus fare.
It's pretty hazy.
Yeah, it is. She won't let me get a kegerator or anything. She says no.
Fuck, I don't even like kegging. I fucking
You
hate
have to
kegging.
cover it in a Pepsi sticker.
Oh no, that's an R2D2.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got it. Someone gave it to me because I said I was working for him, and I says, "Is that a fucking Pepsi thing from the store?" And he's like, "Yeah, I work at the store." And I got it when it was from the Revenge of the Sith movie.
Nice.
And he was like a Star Wars kind of nerd guy. And I go, fuck, can I have that? He's like, what are you going to do with this? I'm going to turn it into a beer kegerator. And he's like, fuck yeah. So
Nice.
he gave me the thing. And I was like, it was a pain in the ass, man. And I don't even like kegging. Bottling, everyone hates bottling, but I'm different. I fucking love bottling. Kegs are a pain in the ass.
No, when I homebrewed, I loved bottling more than kegging myself. I want a kegerator because it's cheaper for me to buy a keg from these local breweries than to buy cans and bottles.
So what do they charge for a keg at your local breweries? Have you asked?
The 20-liter, in comparison to buying cans, I'd save about $50 on a 20-liter. So it's still more money than I want to spend, but
Are you
it's just
talking about
me.
buying like a full keg and just drinking it at home? Like,
Yeah,
like the big aluminum ones?
yeah.
Do you think you would drink more if you had a kegerator, Chad?
Do I think I would drink more?
No.
No. I'd drink the same amount.
Fuck, those things are huge. That's what some guys make their kettles out of. They cut the tops off.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What's this? In
Says
the
in
UK,
the
it's normally cod, but the UK has the best fish and chips, regardless of the fish. I'd never eat fish and chips cooked in seed oils. Okay.
I saw this thing, and they eat mushy peas over there with their fish and chips. I never did know that till recently. So I keep
Mushy
forgetting.
pea.
But I
I
gotta try it.
fucking hate peas. I hate peas with a passion.
Have you tried it blended up into a mushy sauce?
I don't eat fish and
Like
chips.
that would make it better. I hate canned peas. I'll tell you that. I like them more like garden peas. I like, but when you get them the squishy,
My wife is the fish and chip person here. I'm not a fish and chip person.
oh, I used
love
to.
fish and chips.
They're pretty oily though. When you start
Mushy
getting
peas
old,
are different.
fuck, I love fish and chips. When I was a kid, fuck man, fish and chips.
Well, see, I grew up in my mother would order herself a pizza almost every night and feed us like alphagetti and fish sticks and stuff like that. And I've hated fish most of my life because fish sticks are gross. They're fucking
crummy,
gross.
yeah.
And I've never really been into fish because of that. Now, my buddy Clark, who we talked about a little bit earlier when we talked about who was at my door on Friday, he was a chef for a long time, and he gave me some of his like salmon and stuff. And I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I liked, right? And I've just never ate fish, and it's right from my childhood, and is what it is. I get it. I'm probably missing out, but my flavor profile for fish has been marred by a paradigm of trauma, so I don't eat it. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's what it comes down to. But my wife loves it, and anytime we go out, she either gets like a chicken Caesar wrap or fish and chips wherever we go. Every once in a while, it's something different, but those are the two main orders, and I giggle because those are the two main orders. What's your other one? Club sandwich? She's ignoring me now. She's like, "Fuck you, albino."
If I did go to England, I would try the fish and chips for sure. 100%. With the mushy peas, even though it doesn't sound appealing.
Mushy peas in a seaside town here.
I'd want to have the fish and chips in newspaper also.
Yes, there's a guy from the UK telling us that UK fish and chips are amazing. We need to try the UK fish and chips.
They are supposed to be like,
They are supposed to be amazing, and he's saying that they're cooked in beef drippings.
Oh,
now I need to go to the UK to fight.
Well, at least if we went to the UK, it rains there more than anything else. I'm okay with that
Well,
weather.
know that Europe would be the place we go, Chad, because Europe.
You're right. I'm a vampire. I can't be in the sun.
I'm going on a tropical vacation. I'm home by myself. I get it.
You married the wrong person for
I
a
know.
tropical vacation.
No, I didn't. she married the wrong person for tropical vacations.
She married the right person as long as she doesn't want tropical vacations, guys.
Does she like tartar sauce with her fish?
Do you like tartar sauce with your fish?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Me too.
Brian accepts that answer.
The only thing other than lemon juice.
Tartar sauce and lemon, only things you should have with your fish, according to her. Though remember, she has more French in her than anything else, so you know. But her last name is Fish. So
I think in the old days, everybody ate fish, right? Because everyone lived on the coast.
Yeah.
yeah, you lived as close to water as you could get.
So I think that's why everyone has these problems with their joints and shit. They're not getting the omega-3 because everybody probably just fucking ate shitloads of fish.
In the UK, you're basically always on the coast.
Out here on the prairie, the fishing's shitty.
Yeah, in the prairie, you're not on the coast. You're very much not on the coast.
The fish we have out here, if I fish between me and Chad, all I ever catch is pike. And that
Look,
fish is
when we flew into Winnipeg, Manitoba from Deer Lake First Nations, Ontario. We rented a truck. We drove for 5.5 hours to get to our house. Well, to get to the hotel before we took possession of our house. And we drove in a straight line. There was no trees. There was no hills. There was no nothing. It was a straight line.
once you get past Swift Current, Saskatchewan's absolutely totally flat.
Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing. If you want to see a hill, you have to leave Regina and go north towards Lumsden, and you might see a hill or two. Like,
You should. Have you never been to like Medicine Hat? Like,
I have not.
because the Cypress Hills are fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of places we want to see now that we're out here. Like we've been making notes of the places we want to see, and every year we try to see one or two. This year we're going back to Winnipeg in August because Weird Al Yankovic is playing,
Oh,
and it's going to be the first. It's going to be the first concert I've ever seen in my life where I wasn't an employee. Because every concert I've seen in my life, I've been a bouncer or this security.
Job perks.
Yeah,
Weird
I've
Al-
seen a lot of people play, but I haven't been able to just sit and be like, "Hey, this is awesome."
I don't go to many concerts, but I went to Slayer and Anthrax, and there's fucking there's these people in front of us, and they were so fucking wasted. And this chick they had with them, and they rolled this big fucked up doobie. They start smoking it and shit, and they're already like super drunk. And she fucking stands up and flips over the seat. Security had to come get him out of there. They were way too fucking drunk. It was so funny.
So the very first concert I ever saw as a security guard was Ozzy Osbourne show. And do you know who opened for Ozzy Osbourne?
What year?
This was would have been about 98, 99.
Limp Bizkit. I don't know.
The Tragically Hip.
No way.
It was a Tragically Hip Ozzy Osbourne show. And that was the first show I ever worked as a security guard for, and it was for Charlie Wackenhut Security. I was a Wackenhut security guard at the Corel Center in Ottawa.
Jeez. Well, the Tragic Hip's pretty good. I guess that would work.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it was a good show, but who would have thought the Tragically Hip would open for Ozzy?
I never would have guessed that. Yeah, late '90s. That was what album was that? He had a big comeback kind of album, and
Yeah, the one where he did. It was the one where he played with what, Lita Ford or whatever. The Mama, I'm coming home.
Yeah, I think that was the Osmosis album. I think was Zach
I'm
Wild
not.
on
I don't
guitar?
remember. Yes, Zach Wild was his
Yeah.
his play.
That was cool. My mom got me that album. She came home. My mom never bought me shit like that. She's like, hey, I got you something really cool. I think it's cool. Do you still like Ozzy Osbourne? I'm like, fuck yeah. She gave me that album when it come out. That was really weird and random, but
I remember my grandmother on my father's side bought me a CD one time, and it was like, no, sorry, it was a tape. It was still back in the tape deck time because that's how old we all are, and it was I guess my mom told her I liked I liked AC/DC and Ace of Base because I listened to hard rock and pop. Because my mother listened to pop and her husband at the time listened to harder rock, right? And she's like, so buy him one of the two. And she bought me like ABBA.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
I mean, my grandmother, even at that time, her dementia was starting, right? Like, and that was a long time ago. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Granny got it. And so that's when I started listening to like old pop. It was because she bought me an ABBA tape. So I kept playing it. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck ABBA is. Let's listen to this shit. And I'm like, you know what? It's not horrible.
I only got into ABBA after I saw the Get Smart movie with Steve Carell. Then I liked it. That's a fucking good one.
Well, I'm heading out. I'm tired. Been up since 3 a.m. So
Holy
Already, you have a good
Yeah.
night, sir.
talk to you
Shit's
next time.
dirty here.
See ya.
Take it easy. It's just me and you, Chad.
Well, and Tom's here too.
Oh, he's
He
still
He
his
just
mic.
doesn't have a video camera. That's all. I don't know if Malty's still watching. I don't know who our viewer is, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe our viewer is Tom. But there is the join link. We will go offline and keep talking, and you guys are more than welcome to join us. So, bye-bye.